Hello, hello. I hit the microphone up and I thought I hit the button, but I didn't. So, hi guys. Welcome, welcome. What was that? Pat. I'm working on my teacups, but stop for this. Oh, thank you, Pat. Hello, good evening, guys. I'm doing well, thank you. So, I hated to postpone last night, but I needed to. Oh my goodness gracious. Why is Facebook doing that? Look like it paused. My physical therapy kicked my tush after those electrodes and needles that went down my back. So crazy, crazy. So on YouTube, we're streaming on my Sandy McTeer Designs on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, welcome. And if you're on my YouTube channel, welcome there. And so on YouTube, the first person that commented, Joni Miller, if you will message me and let me know what e-packet you want. And then, hello, Anita, it's been a while, right? Anita Marin, you have the first comment that I saw on Facebook. So private message me, let me know what e-packet you'd like, and I will get that off to you as soon as you message me. Anita, I have your information. Just let me know which one you want. So, and I will email it out to you guys. Hello, hi Lois, hi Elizabeth. I hope your arm is better, your hand. Hair looks great. Thank you, Laura. I have 3 monitors and I'm just like, so on this one, I look like an Oompa Loompa. I don't know why. The light on that monitor is so orange. And it just makes me laugh. But I don't know, it's like 5:30 and I thought, you know what? I probably should just go ahead and shower and wash my hair and climb into my pajamas. Since it's so late, we should just start calling this PJs and painting, right? So, hi Lois, hi Sharita, hi Lori, and Sandra. Hi Burl, thank you so much for the giveaways. You're so very welcome. So glad you got it. Hi Marlene. Hello, how are we, Lynn? We're doing great. And Phyllis from Ohio, Janet from OKC. Hi, Anne. So, yes, so yesterday was a little crazy and I'm feeling much better. I won't say 100%, but not sure if you guys remember several lives ago, I mentioned that I had a couple of twisted ribs in the back of my rib cage from my coughing fit that I had from November to January and just kind of tweaked them a little bit too hard, I guess, when I coughed. And so I'm going to physical therapy for it and just either slept on it wrong or did my exercises wrong or something, I don't know. But for 2 days, it just kind of took the sails, right out of me, the wind out of my sails and the words out of my brain. Hello. Thank you, Amy. I am. Hi, Anne. Hi, Donna. You got your package? Wonderful. Thank you. So glad you got it. Thank you for remembering. Still hurts, but I hope it feels better too, Elizabeth. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Carrie. Lots of Lynn's with Lynnne. My sister-in-law, her name is Lynn with an E. So I love the rooster behind you. Am I going the right way? Thank you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my membership group tonight because the doors will close. Remember a while ago when I did the live and then I went to a show and things got crazy busy and we had tornadoes all around us and I was telling you guys about my membership group and we got so interrupted with bad weather in Georgia and then I went out of town. So, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I have to take a drink of water. So I have a quarterly Zoom class with my membership because we meet in our Facebook group 3 to 4 times a month where I get to paint and they see me live painting with them if they can join. If not, it's recorded and everything is within the group. I also have a backup just in case anything ever happened to Facebook. But, oh, someone's friend requested me. So I have a quarterly Zoom class so that I can see my members because I only see their profile pictures unless I personally know them. So we have a quarterly Zoom class and this coming Saturday on the 30th, So if you want to join our membership group, that is a class that is only available for members. And it is from 2 to 6. And then we also have the first hour is going to be a demo tutorial lesson with Marco Aguilar. So we're painting roosters. Since I was just in Key West in Miami and there were roosters everywhere, I took 1,000 pictures. And so that's what we're going to paint in our quarterly Zoom class. So last one we did, oh my goodness, I think we did the word of the year, which mine is, I'm trying to live up to. I'm trying to remember it. Let's say that. Let's see if I have it in here. So my word for 2022 is balance. So I have a very hard time because I love what I do and I love to paint and create. Not only is it my passion and my, I was going to say hobby, but it's not really a hobby. I mean, it's my work. It's my, I don't want to say job. Anyway, it's what I love to do. And more than that, I love to share and I love to teach. So sometimes because of that and me being a little bit of a procrastinator sometimes and a perfectionist, and I think a lot of us creatives are, that I have a hard time balancing and knowing when I should like take some downtime or, you know, maybe not work until 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock every night, or so I'm trying to balance those things. So yesterday, I probably could have pushed through. I would have looked horrible and I would have sounded horrible and I probably would not have given you guys my best, and that's always my goal. So I decided I needed to rest, which is exactly what I did. I was in bed early. I got up early. I felt great. I have PT tomorrow, so I'm really hoping that back on track and things are moving in the right direction for healing in that area. But I appreciate all the comments that I saw on the post. Just have not had a chance to go back and comment or thank you guys for that. Your voice is not matching your moving. Huh. I don't know why. Well, thank you, Tina. Tina Lockwood says I'm vibing and zhuzhing with her feed. So I'm not sure. Maybe Linda, go back out and come back in. Maybe it's just a glitch in your connection with Facebook. So vocation. Yeah. So it's my passion. It's what I love to do. But I also know that I need to find balance because prior to COVID, I was running 90 to nothing and I was traveling. I had so many trips planned in 2020. In fact, I had 23 trips in 2020 and I took 3 of them. But I have to say, when I traveled, I got a lot more done because I was very organized and scheduled and things like that. Well, now being home, it's a little different. I'm sure you guys can relate, right? There's like, okay, I'll do that tomorrow. No, I need to do it today. So I'm trying, along with my balance as my word of the year, I'm also trying to remember that even though my studio is in my home, I still need to get the job done. So anyway, it's with my feet also. Sorry, guys, not exactly sure, but I'm going to pan down in a minute so you don't have to look in my words out and back in, and it fixed it for you. Great, Janie. And the people over on YouTube are like, huh? Unless it's happening there too. Hi, Ann. Hi, Carol. Okay, now I match. Thank you, Linda. I know that's kind of weird, isn't it? I've seen that like on programs on TV, and it just doesn't mash up, and it's like, it's a little strange. So it looks good on your end. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. So anyway, hi, Molly Ann. How is that 100-year-old daddy of yours? I hope he's well. So hi, Diane. Thank you, Marlene. I appreciate that. Hi, Cheryl. Sinks for you. Wonderful. Okay, so like I was saying, so my membership group, we are painting roosters on Saturday for our quarterly Zoom class. It's free to my members only. The doors to my membership is open. you can go to my website. I'm just going to pop this up because my website is right there, sandymctierdesigns.com. And if you go to the membership page, go all the way down to the bottom after you read everything. And in the middle of the page, you can click on some testimonials and stuff from some of my members. Hello. Let's get that water again. Oh, excuse me. So at the bottom, you can sign up yearly, you can sign up monthly. Included in your membership, again, 3 to 4 times a month, we get together and paint live. We had a lesson Monday night, right? Monday night with my group. And we painted, I'll just go ahead and pan down here. So it's called The Adventures of Art and Art Journaling because I love to create in my art journal. It is my go-to place to play with product, to play with stencils, to play with all the things. So like I said, my word of the year is balance. And the page we did Monday night, so that was my original, and then I painted with them live, around 2 hours or so. We do that 3 to 4 times a month. Oh, that scared me. My phone rang, sorry. Let me turn off. So we are also doing flowers of the month. So we did flowers of the month. January was carnations, and then I can't remember the other. We did daisies, we did daffodils. And in addition to our 3 to 4 times a month, I put free lessons in there. We have challenges. In fact, we have an April-May challenge, and one of our giveaway prizes for the ones that participate in the challenge, their names will go into a drawing for a light box and then also a paint or brush set. So, like I said, we do just about everything. Now, again, in my art journal, and I love the in and out journal so that you can take it out, create on it, and put it back in, right? I love sharing things that I have done like in scrapbooking where you extend a page. We use stamps and stencils and decoupage and do backgrounds and use gesso and some months we have a theme, maybe it's tropical. So last July it was tropical. Anyway, that was one of our Zoom classes. We did that one and that one. So it's just a great time to get together and create every single month, 3 to 4 times a month, and then have our quarterly Zoom class. And if I'm missing anything, if my members are in the group and you want to add anything, please do. I just saw Molly Ann said, come on, join us in the group. We do have a wonderful time and everything is recorded. So if you can't join live, you can always watch the recordings. I do a PDF with a line drawing, although I also do drawing exercises at the beginning of a lot of our lessons. Like we just did pansies, and I did a quick little drawing lesson on how to lay out and draw a pansy. Because, a lot of times, hold on, let's see what that says under my nickname. Hi, Cheryl. I was just seeing it said your nickname and your maiden name. Welcome, welcome. Love the peacock. Thank you, Nancy. I just saw your message right before I went live. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to respond. So someone just asked about a pattern and stuff. So those lessons are in my membership group. It's very rare. I think I have done it maybe on 2 occasions where I will take a lesson that we've done and I put it into a pattern packet form. And I don't know that I will do that with all of my lessons. I might pick and choose. But for the most part, those lessons are for my membership. And again, they have all the videos to go back and watch and create at their own leisure, because I know, we don't all have the luxury of time or the resources to go out to get all the supplies. And even if you have the resources with stores and stuff, sometimes it's hard to find them. So I really encourage to use exactly what you have and use up what you have. And if you've got stuff you've never opened, get it out and use it. We do everything from collage and using stencils and stamps and paint and decorative painting and mixed media. So next month, our whole entire month is all mixed media. It's Mixed Media May. We have 4 lessons. And like I said, Saturday is the Rooster Zoom class. And then, I know I've shared this with you guys before. Make sure I don't drop anything. I'm going to go ahead and come right down here. But we're working on a board book. So let me get this one out. Hello. So I just got these from the Dollar Tree, a bunch of board books. And, you can create on anything, right? So either in an art journal, on canvas, on wood, but in my group, we primarily create on journal paper. In an art journal, so that you don't have to have 1,000 surfaces, okay? Plus, then you get to have all your art in one place, which I love. So I just realized that my butterflies on here are going up, and then I turn the page over. Oh, it's good. I thought it was wrong. I thought it was like that. Hello. That would be my luck. I've done that before. So this is a page we created, a couple weeks ago when I showed you guys how to do some collage techniques. And so Mixed Media May in my membership group is going to be all about creating with stencils and stamps and texture and, cool things you can do with gesso and matte medium and just taking a board book and, using gesso to cover the pages and then to create on them, which I've done on this one. I really love the tabs on this one. And yeah, it's just fun. So need to figure out what I'm going to do on that one. It's one of my favorite pages that I've done. So, all right. What else? We do Technique Tuesdays. Not every Tuesday, but we'll have a Technique Tuesday, a Tip Tuesday, or a Technique Thursday. We just did Technique Thursday and we were painting clouds. And I was showing them many different ways to paint clouds. And what else? Let me just remind you. The doors to my membership group close on the 30th, right? The 30th is the last day of this month. So midnight on the 30th, they will close. They do not open again until the fall. The price will go up in the fall. Again, Mixed Media May would be worth it if nothing else, because we have 3 to 4 lessons all on mixed media. And if you join before Saturday, you can do the Zoom class as well. So let's get on to, not that I want to move on from there. Let me look at the comments real quick. I'm looking forward to the up and coming months. I've been getting things together for it. Wonderful. Creating in the journal is fun, and Sandy's so right about having them all in one place, and they're actually accessible, unlike all the wood pieces stuck away in the storage bins. Or, you don't finish it and you put it to the side. The thing in your art journal is if you don't finish a page, all you have to do is turn it. You turn the page, or you put it in there. If you're not inspired to create on the background we've created on, you wait till the inspiration hits and you're like, ooh, I'm going to do it on that background. So it's just a great, fantastic place to create and to paint and to play. And if I don't stress anything else to my group, that's one main thing that I do stress, is to play. Because when you allow yourself to just play with product and techniques and paint and not be so rigid and tight and you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way, you can do that in your other art. But creating in your art journal and playing and doing different techniques and different things with products actually makes you a better artist. It really does. Allowing yourself to play and do something that maybe you might not want to put on canvas and hang on your wall. But, oh, I remember we did that technique on that flower. I could do that on this flower that I painted with so-and-so, or, you know, that I want to paint, you know, on my own, because that's something else I've done with my group, is shared and showed them how to design a page of their own. Ways to lay out a design, ways to look for things, to create a design, that triangle of design. In fact, June is all about color in our group. Color, color, color. Mixing color, using color different ways, being inspired by color, and looking for color. Because a lot of times we'll look at a picture, but we don't see all the colors. So that is our June, and I'm already working on July. So anyway, fun. Received my stencil prizes. Oh, wonderful, Lynn. Thank you for letting me know. Hi, Judy Thacker. So glad you got home. The Zoomy Rooster is going to be so fun, right? I can't wait. And I couldn't decide, so I painted 3 because I liked the sunflowers on one page better than I did the other, and I liked the one rooster on the other page than I did on the other, and so I just need to mash them up. So anywho's, all right, guys, it is 8:52. Hello, Carol Craig. If you guys do not follow Carol Craig, make sure that you do. I know she's got a live lesson coming up tomorrow. Right, Carol? Put that in the chat for me, would you? Hi, Beth Root. No problem. We just started. We've just been gabbing and chatting. So welcome. We haven't started yet. All right. So hi, Connie. But yeah, Carol, do leave it in the comments when what your page is, please, or I'm gonna do it when I get done. Because she has a live tomorrow and it's gonna be fantastic, I'm sure. Hi, Joni. Thank you. Yes, we do have such a fantastic time. So what did Chris say? I've learned so much, expanded my horizons. I can't read that. I'll start blushing, but thank you. Yes, it is a wonderful way. Thank you, Carol. I want people to see. Thank you so much. She just put her Facebook page up there so that you guys can see it. What's going on with I just saw on YouTube, it paused and I was like that. Hello. Yeah, it's you've inspired me with the journal of how every page is different. Thank you, Rose. I love creating in my journal. I've got a lot of pausing on both. I'm not sure if you guys are having that, but I certainly am. And apologize for that. So let me turn this down real quick. And I am going to just go in and check. Did you get my message? I did, Judy. I messaged you back. Did you get my message back? If not, then I will make sure that I get that out to you. So yeah, we're buffering on both big time. Let me go check and see if my husband is on any kind of something internet that he needs to get off. Nope. He's just watching the telly, so I don't know what the buffering's from. But guys, I'm just going to go ahead and keep going because, oh, hi, Pat. I enjoy seeing you as well. I don't know what the dealio is, but I don't want to keep talking about it either. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, a week ago, we did some collage paper. I showed you how to make some collage paper with some of the Tim Holtz stamps that I had gotten. I got some new stuff in today as well, guys. I got some new, the Crafters Workshop stencils. Look how amazing this one is. Is that not fun? So I got 6 brand new ones. Of course, I grabbed 2 right before. Yes, it is. It's buffering and freezing, and I don't know why. Sorry, guys. So I'm sure it's because there are so many people on the internet right now and on Facebook. So gonna keep going. On the replay, it won't, so you can come back and watch. But anyway, we did some collage paper, and then I showed you how I attached it to my art journal page and how I attached it to Canvas. And I'm going to paint on this tonight. If it doesn't stop buffering, I'm going to stop. And I will paint it another time. So, anywho's, but I want to come up here because I want to tell you guys the winner of the marbling, the water marbling, DecoArt's water marbling giveaway that I did on, when did I do that? Sunday, for my Sundays in the Studio with Sandy. We have a winner, and I'm going to share the name with you guys in just a second. But what I wanted to show you first was the pages that I had done during our live on Sunday, and I ironed them. And guys, they ironed beautifully. They ironed up so nicely. So I'm going to see what's going on with that. Okay. So yeah, that's just strange. Very, very strange. It's buffering. Okay, so the pages that I did, that I marbled, I ironed them, and I was just floored with how well they, all the wrinkles came out. But so these are some of the pages that we marbled, and then I continued to play with paint while Barb was here, and then after Barb was here, and so played around. And we've still got some buffering, and I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so we have all these different pages that we marbled. I loved the music page, how that one turned out. And these were the cleaning pages. Look how amazing those are. So those cleaning pages are gorgeous. And then, what else did I do? Oh, I want to show you one more thing that I marbled. So, funny enough, one of the comments in the comment section was like, oh, have you done it on silk flowers? Well, funny enough, when I got done with the live, I went ahead and did a silk flower, and look how pretty that turned out. I mean, hello. It's just a white. I have the original right here. So these were from the Dollar Tree, and I marbled it. How fun and cute. So if you're doing a party and you want to use colors that are, you know, with your theme, and just, I don't know. There's just so many like hydrangea colors right there, right? So fun. Okay. So we have still a lot of buffering going on. Let's see. I'm going to come back up here, and we're going to have a little change of plans. So I'm going to announce the winner of our giveaway. I'm going to come back and paint with you guys tomorrow night. Hopefully the buffering is going to stop and won't be that way tomorrow night. But I just don't know that there's any, yeah, it's doing it on both, I can see. So, and it's continuing to do it. So anyway, the winner of the 14 colors for the water marbling, DecoArt's new water marbling, you must have the same gremlins, Tracy. I don't know. You know, you can't. Well, let's see. It looks like yeah. I'm just looking to see if it has stopped or if it seems like it's a little more up to speed and has not buffered. I'd love to paint with you guys tonight. So let me know in the comments if you still see a lot of buffering. And if we do, then I will paint tomorrow night. Okay, it'll be good on the replay. You're right, it sure will. All right, and again, I'm not seeing it right now, but okay. So 14 colors of the water marbling. Let's move on. I know y'all are saying that. I'm saying it in my head. The Surface Prep and the Magic in a Jar, the Magic Medium. So 14 colors and those 2 jars. Let's see, again, I'm late. We'll catch the replay. No worry, Lynn. All right, guys. Yeah, let me know if it's still buffering for you guys or if it's good. And if it's good, we're going to keep on plugging along. Well, thank you, Artsy Chick, for just joining my membership group. Thank you so much. This evening, I will send you some information so that you can get into the group. There are over 60 lessons in there recorded that you can watch and paint and create. And one of our new members, Anne's blowing me away, just jumping right in and creating all these pages. And Melissa's doing the same and just absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. So they do wrinkled. I wonder, so Janet, they do, because, you know, paper and water don't really go that well together, right? But I was so shocked at how well they ironed. And not only, I've ironed paper before, but the cleanup paper. So where did I put those? I already moved them. The cleanup paper, which is just that thin newsprint paper, it ironed beautifully. So I was blown away. Is the matte finish on the marbled paper? Is that a matte finish on the marbled pages? So yes, I did not put anything on them. That's just the color that they are. So what, can we still watch it? You can, Connie. It's live on my YouTube channel. Not live. It's recorded and on my YouTube channel, and it's also on my page here. You just have to go to videos. So love those, so amazing. How did the shoe look after it dried? Oh my gosh, let me go grab the shoe real quick. If I have it. Oh, I do, it's right here. Okay, so guys, look at the shoe. So I thought the shoe came out so great, especially for an on-air, let's give it a go, test it, try it, whatever. You can see where I held it, where I had my hand. Now, like I said on the video, ideally, you would want to tape with some blue painter's tape, okay? Because even look at the bottom. So I would do blue painter's tape, and I would shove like plastic grocery bags in there and then have something that I can hold on to, because you would want to, you know, roll it when you were dipping it. But I thought that came out really well. Now, I can't remember, somebody in the comments asked if flowers for a wedding, right, Janet? That would be so fun. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so if it's still buffering, maybe go out and come back in, guys, but it's not doing it on my end anymore. So I'm just gonna keep plugging along. Because I really have stuff I need to do tomorrow night. But so taping it off, putting something inside so that you can do it correctly. I tried to get this off. Someone in the comments asked if it would come off the rubber. It might have been you, Judy Thacker. And I took a brush with some hand sanitizer. I took a little scrubby brush with some bleach, and it would not come off. Now, I have to tell you, I don't mind it being on that part. And walking on it, that's going to come off anyway, right? So I actually think that's pretty cool that it extends right onto the rubber. Otherwise, it would just be white. So I thought that came out really, really cool. I was super pleased with it. Now, the other shoe, the other shoe has a seascape on it because I had done some fabric painting on it for a demo when I was demoing in the DecoArt booth, and I had a white plain shoe, and that's what I grabbed last minute before the live. So that's why I have one. So no buffering. Yes. Yay. Good. Good, 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 good. Awesome. Yay. Good. Maybe some people got off the internet thinking, well, this, you know, we're going to sit here and it's going to keep buffering like I was about to do. Okay, so you guys ready? So the winner of the 14 colors of marbling, the Magic Medium, And the surface prep is Robin McComb. Robin, is it, hopefully I said your name right. Robin McComb. Okay, talk about the paint bottle carousel behind you. Ooh, that's a really, I love, love, love that carousel. It is from, let me see if I have to look through the bottom of my glasses here. I don't know if I have it right there. So that is from Patty Rawlinson, and she has them available at creativeartslifestyle.com. So it is a carousel that will hold the 1 ounce bottles for the media line. However, I think you can put an extender. I think you can extend it somehow to do a 2 ounce. But when she came out with it, that's how it was designed for. Was for the 1 ounce, if I'm not mistaken, because that's the only bottle I put on it. But anyway, Robin McComb, you are the winner of the water marbling. Private message me or email me. You can go to my website, hit the contact me button, and I will get that mailed off to you. So congratulations. And we're going to be doing a lot more water marbling. I have some fabric things I want to do with you guys, and just a couple other things I've been playing around with. Like I mentioned, I'm working on a landscape using some of the pages that I've ripped apart, and doing some paper collage painting. So let me move that out of the way so I don't tear it up. Oh, I will tell you, remember I did the mat board. So this is it's mat board when you get a mat around your picture for framing. 2 of them came out okay. One of them, the paper came off the front. So I mean, hello, it's still usable. I'm going to use it. And I thought it came out really vibrant and nice. So that worked really, really well. I was impressed. And then I did another little leather band. So I thought those were fun. All right. So we're going to stick around and paint. Yeah? Y'all want to paint? Okay, I want a pair. Oh, no problem, Suzanne. So, all right. Okay, guys. Buffering again. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how. I can't fix it. It's not me. Hello, Norma Jean. Love the shoe. Can you wash it? You certainly can. Yes, definitely. I'm feeling much better, Robin. Thank you. So, yeah, I see we're buffering over on YouTube. All right, guys, you know what? Add your signature where it did not stick. That's a great idea, Vicki. I might do that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to keep going. And sorry, those that want to stick around and watch the buffering, or you can go out and come back in. But it'll be on replay and it's not going to buffer there. So let's go ahead and turn this right down to the bottom here, and we're going to keep going. Yes, you can throw them in the dryer, and you can also heat set fabric and stuff, and it will work as well. All right, guys. So I created on an art journal page, a week ago when I did the collage paper. And then I also put the collage paper that I created. I showed you guys how I added that to this canvas. And then before we went live, I was just sketching out a little bit of a daisy or something. So we're going to play around with that and paint that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I love this as a background and page, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to paint on it yet. So, and I do like for my pages to talk to me. Okay. I know, guys, I'm going to keep rolling. So let me find my pen. Okay, so I'm gonna get a marker. I'm gonna get a Sharpie marker here, and I'm just gonna go very basically loosely around my line drawing. Okay, so if you want to draw Daisy, let's just zoom in here real quick. There we go. So on here, this is just a wood canvas panel. On the front is our paper that I created on last Monday, a week of Monday. We did some collage paper and I matte medium that on there. And then I painted a wash of gesso over it. And now I'm just drawing over my pencil drawing of my Daisy. And you can see how well I go over a line drawing or pattern. I'm horrible at it because I don't use patterns. I just sketch and draw it out. So, but if you want to draw a Daisy, best place to start is with your circle in the center. Okay, because from there you can start, you know, with your petal at 12. Then I usually go to 3 and 9, and then work from there and decide where my petals are going to go. Now you can see I have my pencil line sketch on here from before. So I'm just going to take my Factus eraser. Yep. So guys, I know it's buffering and freezing and all that. And so I appreciate you putting it in the comments. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to take care of that. It's just going to keep doing it. But I'm going to keep going because on the replay, it's going to be fine. All right. So I'm going to take my Factus eraser and I'm just going to erase all the lines. I'll go back and answer any questions. I'm just going to keep plugging along, and for those that are sticking through watching it buffer, you'll get to see it come together. So, all right. So I have my Daisy sketched out. I am going to do just some little sketchy lines here. I'm kind of doing like a parenthesis. So if you have a petal like that, you can do some sketchy. So my parentheses on the left, the right, and then sketchy little lines here. You could also do, you know, you could do them all the way up if you wanted to. There's an artist, Alyssa Burke, that does that style, and I love it. So pretty. Okay, did I miss any? I can always come back and add those. Okay, so now that I have my flower laid out, I'm going to get some, there it is, my favorite color. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. I got my new phone case. So this is my new phone case. Now, I love it. It's quite large. This is an 8x8. So that's how large that phone case is. I really like it. The only problem is it's hard to like turn the volume on and off, and I can't fit it into my holder up here. So which we need to fix. There we go. So I had to take it out so I could stick it in that holder. All right, let's get a little bit of color. So I'm going to use the media line. This is Payne's Gray. Hi, Lisbeth. So good to see you. And let's get a 3/8 angle. So I'm going to use a 3/8 angle. Get my brush wet. And on the toe of that brush, so on an angle brush, if you're not familiar with it, you have a toe, which is the longer part, and a heel. So a toe and a heel, a toe and a heel. We're going to load the toe. I have some water in there. If you run it through your index finger and your middle finger and water drips down, you know you have too much, all right? So I'm going to get just a little bit of that Payne's Gray. And if I had thought about it, I would have grabbed my Jo Sonja Fast Drying Glaze. but I did not think about it in time, and I don't have it handy. So I'm just going to run this right along these petals. I'm on the right-hand side of everything. Just going to do a little shading. Let's just shade a little bit. And it's very loosey-goosey. It's nothing real exact. You don't have to, you know, worry if that's super pretty float right now. It's a little on the messy side. What I want you to think about though is you're not on the chisel edge, which is the tippy tips of the bristles. Your brush is flat at an angle and you're pulling it so that you get color and it gradates and bleeds over. Okay, so in this angle brush might have seen its last day because it's fallen apart on me, and that's my fault because I left it in my water basin, which is not a good thing. Okay, so I just want to go over like where these petals meet. I want to add a little bit of shading. Don't worry if you get it too thick, too messy. Remember, we're going to paint this flower up, so. And if it's too dark, I like to do that with my finger. Just soften it a little bit. Okay. This is that play. Just play and have fun. And don't feel like you have to go, I have to get that exactly right there and there, because it's all going to come together, I promise you. All right, now let's do around that center. Very loose float. Okay, very, very loose. Yep, I see that, Linda. Sorry, wish I could do something about it. I'm just gonna keep painting, and hopefully the replay will be better for you guys. Okay, loosey-goosey, messy, right? All right. Yes, I know, Judy. It's driving me crazy too. All right, let's get out some color. We're going to get out some quinacridone magenta and some quinacridone violet. See you guys later. Bye, Molly Ann. And let's get out some, let me think. I'm going to get out some Hansa Yellow Medium. That's a great idea, Suzanne, to wear both shoes. That would be fun. Okay, and you know that you can mix the two, right? This is an acrylic, this is an acrylic. This just doesn't have the solids in it that this has. So the Hansa Yellow Medium I put out, and I'm going to put out some deep ochre. And what else do we have? Some sap green. So sap green, some green gold. And I'm just putting this over here on my on my palette. And I will mix here so that I can show you. And then a little bit of white. Oop, that's translucent white. I want titanium white. Alrighty. So I'm going to take my number 8 flat brush, and I'm going to pick up some of the quinacridone magenta. Now it is quite strong. Look how highly pigmented that color is, guys. Okay, very, 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 very vivid and bright. So I added some water to it because I don't want it that dark. I want it a little on the thinner side, almost like you're using a watercolor. And you're just going to go right over those lines. Right over those lines. right down. If it goes outside the line, push it right back in. All right. So we're just going to keep plugging along, and I'm not worried that if you can see the brush strokes, if you see, you know, some darker areas, some lighter areas, this little mixed media piece, that's quite all right. Okay, this is that play, that fun, that kind of forgets some of the rules. And just create. So if you're like, well, I don't know how to draw a daisy, you can go get some free clip art and draw the daisy. Pinterest is a great place to look for some inspiration, but remember not to copy. And or if you have a line drawing of a daisy, and then just draw it out and just play. Slap some color on there, a little loose float. Now let's dry that. So see, I can still see underneath. I can see the paper underneath. I can see that some of that shading underneath, and it's all good. This is going to be a quick one. So we're just going to do a little bit of shading, darken some of that color, and then I'm going to put a dragonfly on it, and I think I'm going to use a stamp. All right, so let's go to our 1/2" angle. Okay, so I'm using my 1/2" Dynasty angle brush, and I'm going to pick up some quinacridone violet. Okay, this is a beautiful color. So that quinacridone violet, and I'm going to work that in on the toe of that brush only, and then just kind of walk it over to the right. So see how much darker it is there to there? And I'm going to do almost like I'm writing the letter U. So I'm going to do that U at the base, and then just kind of walk my brush up slightly, just like that. Wipe it off. And then I just want to soften that out. Okay, so at the base, here, oops, a little too dark because I don't have enough water in my brush. I'm going to come up and I'll put some of that shading here. And at the base of that petal. There. Now I'm getting a little too many lines for my liking, so I'm going to come in with my my flat mop. So this is just an IPC flat mop. I have that on my website. And did you guys know too, when you go to my website, let me see if it's there. Yes. So on my website, if you use ART, all capitals, you'll get a discount unless you're a member. If you're in my membership group, you have a different discount code, which is a better discount code. So make sure you use that if you're in my membership group. Okay, so very loose float. Again, like I said, don't worry if it's super pretty. It's just very loose, not too dark. Certainly, you know, don't just stop and have a line. So if you have a line, or I had a little bit of a line there, just soften that out. I love that quinacridone violet, so pretty. You know, the thing with the buffering, Wednesday night's probably not a great night to do live, because I know that there are a lot of churches that use the platform that I use that go live through Switcher Studios and other streaming services. And if their churches are still streaming, that could also create some issues. Plus, there's still many churches that are streaming here on Facebook. So, okay. So D, this paper was the Japanese rice paper. And I put the link on the live from a week ago Monday. And I will look again. Actually, it's linked on that, I believe, at the top on that video. But I got it on Amazon. If you put in Japanese rice paper or calligraphy paper, it will show you. And I also put that on the group page as well, D. So you should be able to see it on the group page. Okay. Well, now we're going to take our flat brush. I'm going to pick up some of that deep ochre. We're just going to get a little bit of a very loose. I'm not painting it in because I don't want the edge to be very like manicured. I want it to be rough and almost fuzzy like. I don't care if you can see the lines underneath it. Those will probably go away with more paint, but even if they don't, not fussed about it. Okay. Texture, texture, texture. All right, that's the deep ochre. Okay, let's dry that. Okay. Then I am going to come back with some Hansa Yellow Medium and some white. So I have Hansa Yellow Medium on the whole brush, white just on that one corner. And I'm going to sit on the corner and I'm going to tap. Sit on the corner and I'm going to tap that brush. Again, I'm not painting it on. I don't want the outside edge to be very manicured. I want it to be fluffy and have texture. So we're just tapping on that corner. Come back and pick up some more paint. Okay. There we go. I'm going to rinse that out. Let's dry that. And then let's paint the inside. I'm going to do a little bit of sap green. So it's going to be quite dark at first. And this is where I can come in and kind of shape this up a little bit, but I also am coming in with the corner. Can you see how I'm coming in and making sure that that stays uneven and texturized, and it's nothing manicured around, oops, something in there. Nothing manicured around that edge. Now, why didn't you do this first, Sandy? I'll tell you why I didn't do it first. Because I like to get that outer rim first to kind of judge the size of my flower center. I can always come back, which I'm going to do because I want to highlight that outside edge even more. But that's it's just the way it gives me some guidance, some guideline on where I'm going to put this very center. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so that was sap green. Hello, Christina Wood. How are you? Okay, so let's let that dry for a second. I'm going to come back with that 1/2 inch angle with some white on my brush. So we'll get some white just on the toe of that angle brush. And I am going to highlight some of these petals. I need to float some color right there. Okay, so again, this is just white. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of a highlight on those petals, just near the top. Push it back in if it gets outside that petal. Let's come over here. And then you can always take that mop too to kind of soften that edge if you need to. I didn't get anything on that petal, did I? It needs a little shading at the bottom. Okay. I think that just brightens it up, because what our color was before was just the paper. So that gesso is a little on the dull side. Plus you can see right through the transparency of those paints. So that's just going to take a little bit more of that background away and brighten up that edge of the petal. All right. So yes, Lori, this is with acrylics. So I'm using the fluid acrylics or the Americana acrylics. You can use them together. You can switch them out and use them, you know, on their own, but I love using them together. All right, let's come in with some green gold, sap green. I just have that on a Mezzaluna brush and a little bit of white. We're going to work that in. Then we're going to take a paper towel and we're going to wipe almost all of it off, because we're going to dry brush right in the center. You're probably not going to see it at first. Add a little bit more white. Do the same thing. I'm just building up the layers. So added a touch more white. We're going to dry brush that on. Again, wipe off. Dry brush a little bit of color. Oops, a little too much. Okay, we'll dry brush a little bit of that in the center. I'm going to come back with that 3/8 angle, or do I want to get, let's get a 1/4 inch angle. And we're going to get some sap green, tiny touch of Payne's gray. And we will just come right inside here. And again, just kind of let the toe of that brush come out into the center, so that you don't have a straight line, that you have that nice little texture, zigzagged, fluffy center look. Alrighty. And then I am going to come back with that Mezzaluna brush, and I'm not going to wipe as much off. I'm going to start in the center and just tap, wipe off a little bit more, and then go right along those edges and just tap that out. So it's a little bit brighter in the center. And then just kind of grade eights out. Okay. Hi, Vishali. Good to see you. What time is it in India? I know I ask you that all the time. A little bit more white. Okay, let's move that over there. I'm going to take a different Mezzaluna brush, pick up some white, wipe that off, and I am going to do a little bit brighter highlight on some of these petals. Probably not along the bottom, but from about 3 over to 9-ish, if you're looking at a clock. Okay, get a little bit there. And then you see, I just use my finger. The best blenders you have. Promise you. All right, so I need to tone this down a little, and I'm going to use a little bit of quinacridone gold in the fluid acrylic line. Love this color, so pretty. And I'm gonna do what's a wash. So a little bit of paint with water in my brush. Okay, it's going to tone down that gold just a bit. And I want to kind of do the bottom first, and then I'll just lightly do along the top. Then I'm going to pick up more of that yellow and white, and I'm going to highlight. So I'm just going to tap, 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 tap. A little bit of that Hansa yellow medium, a little bit of white. You can use any yellow, any white. Just highlight that a little bit brighter. Okay. All right, so let's leave that. I'm going to put a dragonfly on here, I think. But I want to do something with the background. So I'm thinking I'm going to paint it with some, maybe some blue. So I need to get my big brush, like, we'll just use this one, my encaustic fugly brush. We'll just get that wet, and I can do that, or I can spritz it with water, which probably will be quicker. Just spritz that with a little bit of water. That's fine. Doesn't matter if it gets on there. And then I'm going to use some phthalo blue. Now this is quite a strong color. So I'm going to put just a little bit out, and then I want to use my angle brush so I can tell it where it's going to go. So on that angle brush, it's going to migrate over, but look how bright and beautiful that color is. So I'm going to keep most of it on the toe if I can, but I'm going to come in here next to the flower. And just put that on, and then I'll show you how to keep it from getting on the flower. And if a little gets on there, it's no big deal. Wipe it off with your finger. Okay, so we're going to stop right about there, and then I'm going to get my brush wet, come back here, and I'm going to paint right up in here. Add some of that color. So in addition to, you know, working in our art journal in my membership group, and I would say it's a good mix of decorative painting, art journaling, tons of painting techniques and tricks and tips. I get to share so much more with my members. Mixed media, it's, you know, all just rolled up into one with lots of fun and a great sisterhood and community of people that, you know, want to create and play and learn different things. And okay, so I'm going to stop there, and I want to get my spritzer bottle, and I just want to spritz it a little bit. Now that's going to do a couple things. It's going to let it drip and move. See how it's darker in that area? I love that, so I'm going to leave it because that's my number one thing in painting is if you like it, leave it. If you don't, figure out a way to fix it. Okay. And then I'll come back with that color. We'll come right down here and finish this corner. I just wanted to be able to hold something and move that paint around. That's why I hadn't done that corner yet. And these fluid acrylics are amazing, guys. They're transparent enough that you'll still be able to see that collage paper. And I'm being really naughty right now, and my palette is on my left-hand side, which is my biggest pet peeve. So let's move that over. And I just wiped that one. I don't know if you saw, I put some blue there and I wiped it off because I have petals that go behind, and you know, you'll lose that illusion and fullness of the petals down here. So I'm going to come back with some violet, quinacridone violet, and let's put that right in the base of that petal. Soften that. And then I needed to do one up here. Where was that? Oh, right there. But it's a little too wet. Let's dry it. You definitely could use watercolor paint. Absolutely, Connie. And fluid. So fluid acrylics, these are DecoArt fluid acrylics. They're transparent. Ooh, mulberry paper would look good, Dee. And they just are amazing. They're primarily transparent. You can use them with your regular Americana, whatever acrylic you use, and they just take your color up a bunch of notches because it is highly, highly pigmented. So just stuck my hand in the blue. Let's dry that a little bit more, and then I want to shade some of those petals, especially in the back, especially right there. That needs to be a pink one. And I'm using my Ranger Heat It tool, the best heating tool on the market. You can hear how quiet it is. I love that it doesn't blow everything, push the paint to the side. You can have that if you want to. I mean, I could if my paint was wet enough, but I like the way it dries it where it is. You can emboss with it. All right. And it's relatively quick. So I'm going to pick some more of that quinacridone magenta up and a little bit of quinacridone violet. I'm going to get some of these areas down here. Just kind of soften that with the mop. So I'm softening it right where I left off with that float of color. I have a little bit there. Take that down. And I'm going to go back over my petals with my pen, just a little pen work. All right, let's turn that around. See if we have any else. So that right there is aggravating me because my Payne's Gray got a little too far over. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a little bit of white paint because there's always a way to fix it. I'm just gonna tone down that area. A little bit of white. Where else did I see? Oh, right there. A little bit there. So let's dry that. And we'll come back in with our magenta. There we go, much better. It was too dark before. Okay. I am going to take that quinacridone magenta on my palette here. Let me show you. I'm just going to work that into the toe of the brush. Get a tiny touch of water. So I do have a couple of giveaways for tonight. Did I bring them over here? No. One of the giveaways is for is a set of Dynasty angle brushes. So there's a 1/2 inch, a 3/8, and a 1/4 inch angle. All you have to do is like, comment, and share. And I will do a drawing on Sunday when I have a studio. Sundays in the studio with Sandy. Why can't I ever remember that? And I will do a drawing then. And then I also have another drawing for some Stampendous stamps. Okay, now I'm going to take my paper towel and I just want to set that down, kind of soften that a little bit. Alrighty, so that just makes that whole center pop, right? And when we come back and do our lines, we'll bring those lines back in. Let's put a dragonfly. So I have this dragonfly here that's awesome. And let me find. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on one of these blocks. So this is, I believe this dragonfly is from one of the Tim Holtz stamp sets. If not, it might be Iron Orchid. I don't know. I just saw it sitting on the thing and I grabbed it. So, all right. So we're going to put the dragonfly. I think, you know what? Let's test it first. Because my luck, well, I can't test it on that. My luck, I would go to put it on there and it would only be half inked. So let's ink that up. Okay, cool. And see, I like doing that in my art journal too, because then I can go back and, you know, paint that or incorporate it into my page. So, and I'm just using StazOn ink because it doesn't bleed when you paint over it. We are going to put that right there, right there. So, alrighty, why is that not showing up? It looks like we might have gotten kicked out of Facebook. Well, that's a bummer. That's a big bummer. Because I can't go back in. Thank you, D. Gats. I just saw your message pop up as soon as I looked up and saw my screen was completely blank. So it's still live over on my YouTube channel, thankfully. Okay. Now, on the dragonfly, we're not doing that much to it, and I don't have that much more I'm going to do on this, to be honest with you. I'm going to pick up a small flat brush, pick up a little bit of Payne's Gray, and I want to make that inky. Okay, so I'm going to make that inky. want to do a little bit of a cast shadow for my dragonfly. A little bit more Payne's Gray. Soften it with your palm if you need to. All right. So see how that just lifts him right up off that surface. Let me zoom in just a touch. So yes, Nancy, I did. So on that other video, the last live I did a week ago Monday, I attached the paper and then I also gessoed it and show on that live how I did that. So you can catch that video. So now I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Doxine Purple, which I think is gonna look really pretty on those dragonfly wings, but I want it to be very, very light, not light, but very thin. So the fluid acrylics are highly pigmented. So I had to add water to thin that out. Oh, love that purple on there. And then I'm going to go back to the blue that we used in the background. Put a little bit of that with it. So maybe a little bit at the base. All right. Yes, and it had stopped buffering for a while, but again, not sure why it kicked me out of Facebook, but that's frustrating. Anywho's. So let's add some green to the body. So a little sap green. I'll add that to the dragonfly body. And then we'll dry that. Let me, all right, I'm just gonna post something real quick. So. On my, okay, so I just put on Facebook that for whatever reason, the live ended. And we are over on YouTube. All right. So now that the dragonfly body is dry, I'm going to pick up a little bit of green gold. So a little bit of that green gold on the toe of my brush. And it doesn't matter what brush. I just have the angle brush in my hand, so that's what I'm using. A little bit of green gold, a little bit of white. Kind of work that in. Swipe it across your paper towel. That's just going to get rid of some excess paint. And we're going to highlight. And I'm not going to do anything with the legs because they freak me out. So we're going to leave them alone. But I do want to come back in with a little bit more of that Payne's Gray. And I want to darken up that little shadow there. And then same thing on the flowers. I'm going to come down here. Add a little bit better cast shadow. Just to lift that flower a little bit more. Okay. Now, let's see, that's dry. Let me dry this. I really want to add some lines. I shouldn't, but I am. I'm going to use my 1/4 inch angle and some white paint. I just want to add a little bit of a highlight line. Let's see if I can get that to go. Yeah. That's what I want. So I'm just sliding on the chisel edge of the brush. So I have the toe loaded with white and I'm just sliding. And I'm sliding fast and I'm sliding in the shape of that petal. So they're not all straight lines. These are gonna, yeah, this one's gonna be a little bit more curved, a little bit straighter, curved. Where they end there, I'm just going to swipe it down so I don't have a stop line. Okay. Oops. Guess if I'm going to do it for one, I got to do it for all, right? Okay. So just swiping it with my finger to kind of soften out that line. It needed something. It needed a little something, and those lines are doing it for me. I didn't want to do them black. I think black would have taken it to the dark side. And I wanted it just to be a little bit on that lighter. The lighter side. All right, so let's come over here. If you don't have water in your brush, just a little, it's not going to come off that angle brush. So when you see it, me kind of struggling there with it not coming off, it's because I don't have enough moisture in my brush. You just need to pick up tiny dot of water to get that to move. All right, so I'm pleased with that. Not that. So let's take care of that one right there. Okay. So let's zoom out just a touch. Okay. So I'm going to take that Payne's Gray again on that. This is like a number 4 flat. Let's get a little shadow there. Good, good, good. So see how I just do it in layers. So if you do it all at one time, sometimes it can be a little too dark. So I just go back and continue to add if it needs it. All right, I'm digging that. Okay, we're gonna do a border, we're gonna do some splatter, and we're gonna be done. All done. I say done, and then I see something else I want to fix. So I want to put a little wash of that green gold. I just want to brighten that up a little. And then I want to brighten up just a little on him. That's just green gold. Alrighty. So let's do the border. I'm going to take a baby wipe. I'm going to wrap it around my finger. Hello, Sharita. Yes, no, I don't know why. I just looked up and Facebook was gone. So it said reload the page, and then it said it couldn't find the page. Okay, so I dipped my finger into Payne's Gray. I know it looks black, but it's not. It's Payne's Gray. And I'm going to work it back and forth into the top part of my index finger. Okay, now you want your wrist on the inside of your piece, and you're going to run that right along that outside edge and then round the corner. Come down right over that flower. In fact, when I went to Facebook to post the thing, it didn't even show that the live was there. So I don't even know if it will be recorded and on my Facebook. But if not, it's here on YouTube. Okay, so again, wrist on the inside of your piece, round that corner. It's just going to frame everything in. It's picking up on that paper. A little funny. Almost like a little line. Okay, so see how much it's picking up on this paper over here weirdly, as opposed to that. So I'm going to take my baby wipe and I'm just going to give it a nice little scrub. We'll dry it and we'll do it again. So you certainly don't want any kind of a line. But you can actually see the collage paper there. And I love that. Again, it's just another layer in that mixed media piece. So another baby wipe, a little bit of Payne's Gray. Make sure it's not hot or it just zaps that paint right out of your brush or baby wipe, and we'll make very dark spot for you. Okay. All right, let's splatter. So I'm going to use, what do we have here? I have like a number, well, we have an 8. We'll just use that. So I like to use colors in my piece for my splattering. So I'm going to splatter some of that phthalo blue first. And so my brush is wet. I have paint on it. Look how inky it is. Very, very inky. And I'm going to take my handle of my brush over the handle of another brush. I'm going to splatter, and I'll splatter, and I'll splatter. Now, if I don't want it somewhere, I have to get it off right away. So, like, I really don't want that on my flower. I want some splatter, but not blue. And then I'm going to let it sit for a minute. Not literally a minute, but maybe like 20 seconds. And then I will tap and tap. So that's going to give you a stained splatter look as opposed to a heavy splattered look. All right. And then let's do the same with white. And if white gets on my flower, I don't care. But I just didn't want the blue. So we'll do some white. Now, what I do like to take care of, like if I just have a dot of white, I'll remove that. It needs to be a cluster. Okay, so, and then we'll let that sit for about 20 or 30 seconds. And then we will touch it. And again, that will just soften that look. You can leave it heavy if you want. In fact, I might leave it heavy. No, I think I'm going to take it down. Yeah, take that down on the flower. Then it's not so obvious. All righty. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to do. I do. I want to add something to that. let's get our palette. And I'm gonna get some Hansa Yellow Light. Is that, yeah, Hansa Yellow Light and white. I really want to bring this center up a little bit. So I just am dipping my stylus into Hansa Yellow Light and white. And I'm doing yellow then white because it will, you'll see the white more. So that's just going to give it a little bit more texture than what we have on there. And I'm liking that. I like that much better. Let's zoom in just a little so you can see. Wow, it's gonna dot, 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 dot. So like I said, and I'm sure they probably didn't see it on Facebook, but I do have 2 giveaways tonight. So some Stampendous stamps that I'm giving away, and then also Dynasty Angle Brush set with a 1/2 inch, 3/8, and a 1/4 inch, and I will do a drawing for those this Sunday on my Sundays in the studio with Sandy, because I'm going to do my next flower in my spring series. We did a daffodil and a tulip and an wild iris and a stargazer lily, and we have our, I was going to say our last and final, but I'm not going to say that because I might have more. But that will be Sunday at 3 p.m. Okay. And then in areas where it's looking a little bit more white, I'm just coming back with a little bit more of that Hansa Yellow Light and hitting in a couple little places. But I like that. It's giving it a little bit more texture, a little bit more playful. Okay, let's dry that. We'll do a little pen work and then we're going to be done. Facebook's just jealous, right? I love dragonflies too, Sharita. Dragonflies and butterflies. Okay. So I just want to get this little dry. And then I'm going to come in with that 1/4 inch angle. And I need Payne's Gray. So a little sap green and a little Payne's Gray, because I really would like to put in, I'm thinking, a little center. So think of it like you're drawing the letter C. It's going to soften that. Oh, that's where it was hot. I can still feel it. It's warm. So remember I said if it's hot, it's going to take that paint and grab it, and it did right there. So we're just going to use that to our advantage. I'm going to some of that away. Can you tell I'm trying not to get into my dots? Okay, yeah, I'm pleased with that. All right, now finishing little touches on the flower. So I'm going to come back. I want to get, let's see, I think I'm going to get a micron. Not sure if it's going to go well over this Sometimes they don't go well. They kind of stutter and skip. So I'm going to get, all right, where is it? I'm looking for, I had it earlier today. Let's see, there it is. Okay, my Tule Art. So this one is an 01 Tule Art, and you can get these on Amazon. But I do want to, and they're permanent, so you can paint over them, you can varnish over them, you can write over them. And I am just going to come back up and give a little bit of a loose outline. And if you don't get all the way around and you know, have a double line from where you had your line drawing before, quite all right. Kind of loosely go around that petal. You don't want to go that much. It's a nice, fine, very thin little black liner that will give you some really pretty detail lines. And again, you can varnish over it. You don't have to spray seal it or anything before you do. You just varnish right over it. If you wanted to keep painting, you can. It's not going to bleed. All right. And let's fix him up a little. So I'm just going to do a little bit of drawing in between his little sections. Sometimes that gets lost. Alrighty. I think that's it. Okay, so fun little mixed media piece. Nothing too difficult. Ooh, you could come in, squirrel. You could come in with a gel pen, do a little highlight on the wings, do a little highlight on the body. I just saw this gel pen. You know, do a couple little highlights on the petals where you want it a little bit brighter, and just play. Okay, so guys, are the membership videos, lessons, Zooms available for replay? Tammy, they are. Everything is recorded, everything is in the group, under guides, it's labeled and listed so you can find what you're looking for. If not, people in the group are always happy to help. I'm always happy to help and tag you on things. Our Zoom classes are recorded. You have links for those as well. So there are already, I think, 3 Zoom classes we've done, 2 or 3, and the links are in there. And then 60 plus lessons and 3 to 4 lessons a month live with me. And it's all in there, PDF files, free lessons, challenges, and all that. So if you have any questions, and you want a little bit more information, you can always email me, sandymctierdesigns@aol.com, or just go to my website and hit the contact me button. So let me see if there's any other questions. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for putting up with all of the buffering. I'm glad we can continue the lessons. Yes, it's colors are great. Did you say you gesso? Yes, I did gesso. Just looking to see if there are any other questions. I see that we're starting to buffer again. So, all right. Thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate that. Again, guys, you can go back and watch the replay, and hopefully it's not going to stutter and skip. Congratulations to Robin McComb, who won the marbling giveaway, and I will see you guys on right now Sunday, unless I decide to pop on again this week. But crazy busy between now and then. So, but I'm hoping, I'd love to jump back on and do a quick little free lesson on something. So have a great night. Thank you again for sticking it out with me, and y'all have a great evening, and I will see you later. Bye.